For all intents and purposes, most people tend to think that Speed Duels is a dead format, and honestly, I can't blame them. For the most part, Konami's never really shown all that much love to Speed Duels, and it kinda just neglected it for a very long time. However, I want to go ahead and change that. I want to go ahead and present a brand new way to enjoy Speed Duels by presenting the brand new Speed Duels Progression Series. Taking inspiration from Zemo's iconic Progression Series, every week me and my good friend Big Bear 2000 will open up 36 packs of my very own custom-made Speed Duel packs to try and power up our decks. At the end of each episode, me and him will have a best of 3 match to decide the winner of each episode. I hope you're excited because this is the Speed Duels Progression Series. What is up guys, it's Topsy and welcome back to another episode of the Speed Duel Progression Series. So on the last episode, it just seems like no matter what we do, we just are unable to lose. And if you didn't catch the last episode, it was a good one. I got to showcase one of my personal gimmicky strategies in Speed Duels and I had a great time. Me and Bear both rolled up with zombies and it was honestly just a blast. Now, in today's episode, we're actually going to be visiting a really great set, that being Streets of Battle City, Part 1. And that's really exciting because there's a lot of fantastic strategies that both me and Bear are going to get access to going into this pack. Characters like Mako become playable, Yugi with spell counters becomes playable, Joey gets some of the broken strategies in there with Field of Warriors, and I forget what the other character that we're going to be getting access to is as well, but as a whole, it's a fantastic set that I'm really looking forward to, and almost any strategy that I get available to me going into this episode is going to be a good one. So with that being said, let's dive right into the yugioh Pro and take a look at the set. So here we have the Streets of Battle City pack, and as I mentioned, there's a lot of fantastic stuff that we're going to be getting access to. Going into the rarities. For the 2 secret rares of the set, we're going to be getting Red Eyes Baby Dragon alongside Warrior of Atlantis. Now, here is the thing about these 2 cards. These are actually 2 secret rare cards that I would love to see us get access to. Not only do we have access to Red Eyes Darkness Dragon already in our collection, if we actually get access to Baby Dragon, it's going to make getting access to cards like those a lot easier. Mentioning Baby Dragon, Black Metal Dragon gets a reprint here as well. That means that we get a second shot at potentially playing the Red Eye strategy from the last episode. As for the Warrior of Atlantis, well, there's another strategy that I would love and absolutely love to try out in today's episode, that being the Fortress Well deck. Getting access to Warrior of Atlantis could be really nice just to get access to the Legendary Ocean spell card. That card is just overall really good, especially if you pair it up with a card like Terra King Salmon. It could potentially prove to be a really good deck if we pull the cards necessary for it. Moving on to the ultra rares of the set, there's a lot of great stuff here as well. Starting off with the Fish Depth Charge, this card is fantastic for the aforementioned Fortress Well deck or anything water related. Moving on to some other decks that are available to us with the counter deck, the spell counters to be specifically, we have Pitch Black Power Stone, Blast Magician, Magician Marionette, and I believe that's it. Yes, that is it. These 3 cards are really good for the deck. Magical Marionette in particular being like a really great boss monster for the strategy. I would love to actually go ahead and build around that card if possible. Blast Magician being great monster removal, and Pitch Black Power Stone just being an overall good card in order to go ahead and facilitate all those spell counters you want to go ahead and gather. Other incredible cards in the set include Gear for the Red Eyes Iron Knight. There's entire strategies built around this card with skills like Field of Warriors in the past, so if possible I would love to build around that. And you can't talk about Gearfree without mentioning Blast with the Chain, an incredibly powerful trap card that made this strategy such a menace to deal with. And you know what, Guilty of the Dragon Knight is another good card to mention here as well, because this card pairs incredibly well with the Field of Warriors skill, which if possible I would like to potentially try out in today's episode, because I think Flame Swordsman is very gettable in this set. onto the super rares now, and there's a lot of good stuff here as well. Let's go ahead and speed run through these. Order to Charge is a great reprint. Cybernetic Energy Shock, it's cool, but it's a bit tough to play just because Jinzo's not that easy to bring out. Salvage is great for the water deck. Skilled Dark Magician is gimmicky for the spell counter strategy. Oystermeister, phenomenal for any water deck, just with the ability to give you a counter. Also, it's a fish, which works great with Fish Step Charge, a really good card. Maiden of Macabre, great with spell counters. Breaker, phenomenal reprint here. I believe both me and Bear don't have access to the card right now. There's another chance that we could get access to this card into our collections, which is huge. As for the rares, let's see what we got going on here. Starting off, we have Terror King Salmon here. I mentioned already, but Terror King Salmon paired up with Legendary Ocean is really good, and there was an entire strategy built around this card with, I believe, Bountiful Ocean, the skill. So if possible, I would love to play that deck. Abominable Warrior is the card that you would like to see if you're going to be playing Field of Warriors, just so you can get a body on field. Mage Power and Unite We Stand. I didn't have access to these cards in the past, but now I get a chance to pull them. And same with Gear for the Iron Knight, another great card that pairs great with Iron Grit. And yeah, a lot of really good stuff. As for the comment section, we get access to cards like Mind Crush. I don't know if I have any of these in my collection already, so it'll be nice to see these. As for Cosmic Cyclone, this card gets reprinted as a common now, so Bear is gonna finally get access to some good back removal. Speaking of just good cards, we have Rhoda here alongside Foolish Burial. I don't know how many copies Bear got of these cards, but now he's gonna get a full play set of these. Creature Swap is another really interesting card that me and Bear have a lot of experience with, so it'll be interesting to see how this card gets used in our format. But yeah, a lot of just great stuff overall. So with all that being said, you know what, let's just get into some pack opening.
All right guys, welcome to the episode of SpeedDuel's Progression Series, and yeah, we're not doing great. It's just good to admit it and get it out of the way and sort of just keep that in the past, keep moving forward. I won't give any excuses or anything on why we did bad. I think it's pretty obvious. Let's just say it's a skill issue. Now we're on to Streets of Battle City, and I'll let Topsy go over the cards for the most part here, and we'll go over the skills here in a second. But for the most part here, we're sort of just getting what seems to be like not necessarily brand new cards, maybe some water cards and maybe Jinzo stuff. But for what I can tell, this is mostly like a reprint set, and we're going to be able to get a lot of cool cards that we've been missing out on that Topsy has a lot of. So we'll let him go over that. He's going to be maybe concerned that we'll be getting some of the stuff to match up with him. And in terms of skills now, I'm going to go ahead and drag this puppy on over here. So Battle City Siren. I actually like this one. So basically, it's not a Book of Moon, but it is essentially change something to defense whenever you want, once per turn, twice per duel. Pretty good actually, especially if you're doing like a beatdown oriented deck, or like a deck that has a lot of piercing or anything like that. Maybe that comes up. Next, we have Kybercorp Research. I actually would have thought maybe this would be a decent pick, especially for the matchup. Usually, I would use the Ectoplasm skill card that I use for zombies, just because it gives a little bit extra oomph to the zombies, because they're trying to be aggressive. But, you know, I don't even know if he had like a lot of removal. He just had a big bungus, and we didn't have back removal, so we're fixing that. But shuffling a monster from the graveyard into the main deck, like a little Pot of Avarice action, and then getting rid of a card from your hand, which you might want in zombies at some points, especially with that deck, and then drawing 2 cards instead of 1 the next turn is actually pretty good. And I actually would have considered this for the zombie deck for this episode, or if it came out and I played that deck for this episode. All right, we have a Bountiful Ocean. While Umi is face up on the field, apply the following. Non-effect water monsters you control are unaffected by non-water monster effects. So our monsters are safe from other monsters if we're playing normal water monsters, and Umi is on the field. So that's 2 conditions to fill. One is just a build around, one is just if you have it, you have it in terms of Umi. And then once per turn, you can add 1 water monster from your graveyard to your hand, but the rest of this turn, you cannot activate cards or effects until you normal summon that monster or card with its name. Kind of, that condition usually doesn't matter. It's basically just add a water from graveyard to hand, which is pretty good. I say that's pretty solid. Good advantage loop going there. All right, Heart of a Warrior. You can discard 1 card, then special summon 1 level 5 or lower warrior non-effect fusion monster from your extra deck. This is treated as a fusion summon. Okay. You cannot normal summon set the turn you activate this skill. Sounds like it's supposed to be like a flame swordsman. I mean, it's like an extra body, but you're also getting rid of your normal summon. So I don't know what this would be used for. At least I'm not seeing it so far. Maybe the weakest card I've seen, but it could be like some specific cards you need in able to get like a specific combo this is trying to do. Okay, your opponent must reveal all cards they draw during their draw phase. This is probably going to be for some niche deck where you're going to be trying to capitalize on like knowing what your opponent's doing. It's not bad to know what your opponent's doing either. Like if you have nothing better to do, this isn't that bad because you can see whether you want to be aggressive, especially if you're planning on going on for a bit in the duels. Maybe. Not too bad, I would say. Not the worst thing. Gear Free, the Iron Knights you control are unaffected by card effects. Sure. Okay. Still have to get them out. When you activate this skill, place up to... This is Ultimate Wizardry, by the way. When you activate this skill, place up to 1 spell counter on each face-up spellcaster monster you control that you can place a spell counter on. Once per turn during your main phase, you could place 1 spell counter on a face-up spellcaster monster you control. Whatever. That's good with Breaker, by the way. So this skill is good with Breaker. If we get multiple Breakers, this is actually like kind of cool, in my opinion. Because that means we have a 1900 vanilla or we have a spell pop. Yeah, this is like a never-ending spell counter pop. So there's maybe a couple other that we might want to look into, like the skill Dark Magician deck. Yeah, maybe there's something we could do with that. But this seems, I would say, pretty okay. I think they're all like 1900 monsters, when I'm mistaken. I kind of like this one a bit. Maybe we can roll up with this. This would be kind of fun. We are still prioritizing fun, but we do want to try to win, you know? Like, we do want to try to win, especially since we kind of avoided that one episode. I don't know if Topsy went over it already, but we're avoiding the one episode where the skill didn't work. Whatever makes him feel better. Yeah, but basically, the Heavy Metal Raiders episode is being awarded to me. We are still down significantly, so don't shit your pants, all right? we're still fighting for our lives over here. But actually now let's go ahead and open up and see what we get. Hopefully we get some decent cards here. I would love it. And Topsy was right. He did say this was going to be a good little set, because finally maybe we'll be rewarded. Well, we shouldn't be rewarded. We've been playing terrible, but we get something good. 7-card Fish, ass. Reinforcement of the Army, good. Gift of the Martyr, good. Apprentice Magician, spell counter card, so if we want to lean into that. And then we have Dark Red Enchanter, spell counter card, okay. And then we have 2 Buster Blader cards, Psychic Shockwave, all right. Okay, not bad. Pre-Preparation of Rites is a very good card, but we'd have to go into a ritual strategy. If Topsy added Lord of Red in here, I don't know. We'd be kind of cooking, but we'd be getting into Fantasyland at that point, apparently. Yeah, but there's the Flame Swordsman, so that's the war you want to summon. It's 1800. I doubt it's worth doing that. Water Hazard's a pretty good card. Copycat actually is nichely pretty good, and as well as Rocket Warrior. I believe we have a couple legendary fisherman strategies that we're able to do. Are they good? I don't know.
Okay, let's see. Pack number 1, we have... Ooh, Dark Red Enchanter, great card. Alongside Magical Marionetter, this is another card that I would love to build the spell counter strategy around, so really happy to see that. Alongside Mind Crush and Creature Swap. All these are just really good overall cards, so very happy to see them. I believe I missed out on Solitary Sword of Poison in the past, so don't mind that whatsoever, especially in a spell counter strategy. Okay, pack number 2, there's another Mind Crush, there's the Fiend Mega Saber, pretty good card. There we go, Spell Power Grasp. I want a full playset of these because I would love to play the spell counter strategy. That in the water deck are my 2 big picks for today's episode. And there's the first copy of Legendary Ocean. It is common, so I am expecting a full playset.
Maiden of the Aqua. Okay, so as long as it's on the field, Umi's on the field. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's basically it. Fiend, this is a special summon, so that's interesting. They have to have 2 or more monsters. Surface, also another solid water card if we go into a water strategy. Daedalus, that's a water monster. We were just talking about a Fortress Royal. This is why we're playing pre-prep, by the way. This is the exclusive reason we're playing pre-prep, of course.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this is an insane pack. Blast with Chain is really good, especially because Geoffrey the Iron Knight is a really gettable card in this set, and if I pull a few of these cards, playing the Iron Grit strategy is not a bad idea whatsoever, so definitely something to consider. Wow, that's incredible.
Terror King Salmon actually is a solid one, especially if we have Legendary Ocean. That is actually a pretty sick card. I'm not sure if this is the first time we're seeing Magician of Faith. I don't think so, but it is a solid card, especially we're running very heavy spells. And a Skilled White Magician for those spellcaster strategies. I believe we have Spell Power Grasp, but more of those is also good. And then actually Kunai with Chain. This is actually a pretty good card. Changing something to defense. Or... Oh, wait. Target when attacking monster change their target defense. So we can make our monster gain attack and then change our monster defense. Not bad. Not bad at all, actually. Draining Shield, unfortunately, we already have a play set of that. There are some cards here that I really want to see. That's not one of them, but maybe we could do something with Jinzo. I would have just honestly preferred regular Jinzo.
Oh, damn. Okay. So getting another banger holo here with Guilty the Dragon Knight. You know, the funny thing is, I already know that if Barrett gets access to this card in this pack opening, he's gonna say it's dog shit or something, or why the fuck did Topsy make this an ultra rare? I can already see it, which is funny to think about, but really good card. Makes you consider actually rolling up with the Field of Warrior decks. But this is the weird thing about my pack openings. I feel like I get a mismatch of good stuff, random decks, so it's always difficult to pick what I'm playing, but we'll see. Well, back-to-back holos, and it's Jinzo Lord. There is no way in hell I'm playing the Esperoba deck. That deck is booty cheeks. Espero just sucks as a character, honestly. SpeedDuel, Konami just did not fuck with Esperoba, I'll admit that. But I mean, it looks cool. It has that going for it, at least.
Yummy ships, okay. We did get Warrior of Atlantis in the secret rare slot, so this can add a legendary ocean. I don't know if we have a legendary ocean or if it even was in this set. There it is. Boom. Never mind. Tripping. So Terra King Salmon with that is actually pretty good. Maybe we can do something with the water strategy. Also, Mind Crush is back here. I think it's our first time seeing it after a while. And I think Topsy had one too. Cosmos Channeling. Oh, so this is what it means when you're trying to like see your opponent's cards and everything they draw. So that's what you're going to be doing. Gotcha. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. So, few things here. We got Gilfrey the Red Eyes Iron Knight, which is incredible. We also got the Terra King Salmon, and we got another copy of Mind Crush. That's a lot of good stuff going on here. And with us getting the Blast with Chain already, having an overall playset of Rhodas, you know, there's something going there, guys. I might pull the trigger and play that version of the deck, but I do think that if I want to play that deck, I kind of want to prefer to have access to at least 2 plasma chains just to go ahead and have some level of consistency with it. But that's a really good start, so let's see if we can continue with the luck. Wow, okay, so this is just gonna be one of those packs, isn't it? Next pack is a holo with Jinzo Returner. As I mentioned, guys, I'm not playing the Jinzo deck today. I'm not like, I mean, we got the Lord now and we have the Returner. I don't really care about these two cards. They're kind of just whatever. It's just, they're just really poorly designed. But I mean, Flame Swordsman is a cooler card though. Field of Warriors is becoming that much more playable.
Oystermeister. I don't know if that's worth a super rare slot, but that's fine. Maybe it is. I don't know. Legendary Fisherman 2. There's, I believe, 3 of those guys. And finally, a Cosmic. I don't know if we saw any of those. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how we're doing on like our commons. 3 Foolish, 3 Rhoda, 3 Gift of the Martyr, 2 Legendary Ocean. That is our only Cosmic so far. And we are 2/3 in. Hopefully we get a playset of that. I would very much like to see that. There's another one, so I'm feeling a little bit better about that.
Okay, so that's crazy. That's our second copy of Gilfrey the Red Eyes Iron Knight. Insane. Alongside our first copy of United We Stand, so that's pretty cool. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna have to revisit what the historical decks were with Gilfrey to get an idea of how exactly to build this deck, because I vaguely remember this deck being really good, so I'm gonna take a look. But 2 Gilfreys, I feel like we can't pass it up with 2 Gilfreys.
And there's, why is this in the fucking, why are these in the ultra rare slot, bro? It's okay. It's all right.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That's a Blast Magician. That's insane. Oh man. Okay, so how's the spell counter deck looking right now? It's looking pretty decent right now, especially with the Apprentice as well. No breakers yet, no Macabres. I am missing those cards, so the deck isn't quite there yet, but Blast Magician is a great card to have access to.
I really could give a shit about the Kaijus right now. Maybe unless we're doing burn. Dude, I don't want these fucking new cards. I want the reprints. Oh my god, dude.
Wow, holy shit. That's our second Blast with Chain. This pack opening has been insane. Holy shit. Oh man, we're gonna roll up with a constructed level deck, I feel like. Oh my god, Bear. You best prepare yourself, buddy. You're not ready for this.
How many Legendary Fishermen 2 are we going to get? Dude, we get like such ass pulls every time, dude. Holy crap, man. If I known Topsy, bro probably pulled crack, man. At this point, it's just funny, honestly. I can't even get mad anymore. I was getting a little mad at there for a second, but
Okay, so that's an interesting hollow. Insane that we're getting this many hollows, guys. And it's just like, we can't, it's a disgusting amount of riches we have right now. I don't think I'm going to be playing Gobbo anytime soon. Probably not. I don't think I'm going to be rolling up with like a warrior beatdown deck. At least not yet. Well, it's another hollow, but not one I wanted to see. There's the returner. That's a shame. That could have been so many other great things, but you can't complain, honestly. We have too many good cards so far.
what can you do? What can you do? Skill issue. Let's go to the deck builder.
Okay, now we're on to the last pack. Let's see. Can we end on anything crazy? So, Alligator, Swords of Dragon, Rhoda, let's see, Little Wingard, the Fiend Mega Saber, Moth, Spell Counselor, the Legendary Fisherman, Cyber Energy Shock. Man, we are not playing this deck, but that's cool to see. All right, what's the rare? Yomi Ship. Okay, pretty crazy pack opening. I will admit that. Why beat around the bush? We're playing this deck. We're gonna be building around Red Eyes Gilfrey. It's absolutely insane. We got the 2 and 2. The thing is, I wasn't expecting 2 Gilfrey, 2 Plasma Chain. I was expecting 2 regular Gilfrey or playset of Gilfreys plus like 1 or 2 of these cards. But this came out way better than I originally had expected. But yeah, I mean, what else can I say? We got the Gilfrey deck. We'll build around that. And you know, wait, hold on. I only got 1 Terra King Salmon. Yeah, there was no way I was playing anything but this. Diabolical though. I really wanted to play this deck. Okay, well, let's get into the deck build.
All right, guys, and we're going to be running Cloudian. So we sort of fiddled with the deck a bit since the last time we've ran this, because this is our second time running this now. Keeping the same monster lineup. It might be a little light. We'll see how that goes. But we are taking advantage of some of the abilities of the Cloudians. We're actually playing the Cloudian Squall, which you should have been playing earlier. I am prioritizing Creature Swap because I don't know if this stacks or not. But Creature Swap, we're going to activate our ability, switch monsters to our opponent if we have a card advantage or something. If they have a card advantage, they have 2 cards. We pop one with Cirrostratus, and then we give them the Cirrostratus, take their bigger monster, and swing with that. We're still running our Night Beam and our Cosmic. We have Salvage in here so we can get these guys back. Had a little bit of recursion because there was a point where we got, I believe maybe the duel stalled out a bit and we could have used a card like this. So this is in here. Next up, we got so this deck doesn't have a lot of heavy hitters, right? Not a lot of heavy hitters also. What do you do to compensate with that? We're running a lot of back row and these guys stay on the field usually. They stick around if they don't have like defense switching cards or just removal in general because they don't die by battle, you know. So even though they're a little weak, they can kind of stick around a little bit for the most part. So United We Stand is a great card to do that, especially if we go second and we see Sidra as well. We are playing all of our sort of like protection cards. We're playing Rainbow Life, playing Draining Shield, playing Wall of Disruption. Good, just generic battle traps that will help us gain life or just make their monsters weaker and protect our guys or protect us from damage because we do suffer from taking a lot of damage. So that's why Draining Shield is very important in this deck. Rainbow Life is not as good, but maybe the 4th copy is still needed, especially playing a heavy pressure deck. And then for Michizure, if we could change any of these to defense whenever we want, get rid of our own monster, especially if we have salvage and we don't really care as much, because they're going to be trying to out these guys using all their cards. So Michizure will punish them for that. So seeing this card is key as well. And yeah, punish them on the crackback. And then also for going in the side deck, for going first, we have the Waking the Dragon, and that way we can summon out any of these guys right here. It'd be funny if they start the turn by like destroying one of our back rows, and then, you know, we can just summon Ojama King, lock all their monster zones. That's really funny. If they have the removal for the monster itself, then what can you do? But it gives us an opportunity to swing with our Cloudians if we get that off, essentially. If they do have a monster, we can get out a bigger one. That's really it. Side Draw for going second, Warrior of Elimination for Warrior decks, because there is a couple of Warrior-oriented skills, and like Amazoness is still playable, which he hasn't brought back yet, so we'll see what he plays, but I'm expecting it to go a little bit better than last time, hopefully. I was playing kind of like a jank, you know me, I'm jank coded, but yeah, I think this should be fun. Let's get into the duels, and let's lose.
All right, guys, so here we have today's deck, and I will say this. The version of the deck that I thought I was going to be able to build is not the one that I'm rolling up with today. Just because I didn't realize that in order to build the deck that I wanted to, I still did need copies of cards like Baby Dragon and Black Metal. Those are pretty important for this version of the deck, but nevertheless, I think I can make this work with what I got going on right here. With that being said, let's go ahead and break it down. Essentially what this deck is trying to do, it's trying to merge two different strategies together. Two different variants of Geofree, that being the Heart of Warriors version and the Battle City Siren version. And I think that this version of the deck is pretty damn good. Just because we can flex between both decks depending on what skill works better for the matchup against Bear. The first variant being the Heart of Warriors deck, it's going to be utilizing cards like Volcanic Shell in order to always have the discard fodder in order to get one of our fusion monsters out. But additionally, we also have a version of the deck where we're playing with cards like Geofree and the Geofree the Red Ice Dragon Knight to go ahead and utilize cards like Blast with Chain to deal with cards on Bear's side of the field. Especially if we get the Geofree the Red Ice Iron Knight, this card with the Blast with Chain is incredibly powerful because not only can we pop a monster on the field, we can also pop a back row as well, which is incredible value. You might be curious as to what exactly the Red Ice Black Dragon is doing here in this version of the deck. Well, the reason we have this card right here is because one, it works as discard fodder to summon out one of these guys, but additionally, with the effect of Geofree the Red Ice Iron Knight, we are also able to target one of them, that Red Ice Black Dragon in the graveyard, to special summon it back to the field. So this gives us some other utility for the activation of Blast with Chain. Additionally, other cards to note here are Zombina. Zombina is primarily here in order to recover both Geofrees. As for the other cards in the deck, we have Rhoda because duh, we need to search them out. We have Cosmic Cyclone, we finally get to utilize this card after so long being in the collection. Windstorm of Etiquette just because it's just generically really good. Floodgate Trap Hole, I think it's the one-off that we get the most value out of. Unbreakable Spirit pretty much guarantees that our Geofree is going to be able to out any monster Bear has. And yeah, that's pretty much the deck, and I'm a big fan of it. I think it's going to perform really, really well. As for the side deck, we have the Charging Gaia as a very powerful normal summon that utilizes the Unbreakable Spirit really well. Some Kunai with Chains in order to utilize the effect of Geofree the Red Ice Iron Knight more effectively, and Dust Tornado for back removal, as I mentioned. Battle City Sirens is the other skill that we're going to be playing with this deck, which is a really powerful generic skill that essentially makes it as to where any monster Bear may have, it becomes a lot more manageable when we activate this because we can switch it to defense mode, and typically monsters that have high attack don't typically have very high defense, so this should be able to help us with that. But yeah, as a whole, I'm a big fan of this deck, and there was another skill that I kind of wanted to go ahead and utilize with this deck, but man, the side deck is already way too tight, and the main deck, well, you can't main deck two different skills. The other skill that I wanted to go ahead and play was Iron Grit. If you are unfamiliar with this one, it makes Geofree completely unaffected by everything, but it only works for original Geofree. That's the only reason I didn't I opted out of it, but it would have been definitely another skill that I would have considered. But you know what? I don't think it's going to be that important, but we'll see. With that being said, I'm excited for today's duels, and you know what? Let's get into it. Alrighty, Bear, how we doing today, buddy?
I am doing pretty litty on a titty. Let me
hell yeah, hell yeah. So we had a little bit of pre-duel discussion, and it seems like you weren't too happy with your pack opening today. So it's gonna be pretty fun to go back and review that footage.
Yeah, you'll have a fun time.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, I mean, I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see what you're bringing in today, man. Because I was pretty happy with what I got. I thought that I was gonna have a better deck than what I have than what I'm rolling up with today. But nevertheless, I still think it's gonna be a pretty good duel. I thought it was gonna be a lot more broken, but we'll see. We'll see though.
Okay.
All right, let's get this. All right, let's get this RPS. Yeah. Okay. Well, you get the choice here. So. Yeah. Oh my God! You're bringing it back. You know what else is back? The golden ladybug.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Hmm.
Cheeky little bugger.
Yeah. Okay, this is
That actually might be
weird.
pretty good against this deck. I'm thinking about it.
Okay. This is an awkward hand, I'm not gonna lie. You know, I kind of think because Cloudians don't have that much attack, I can just chill with not doing anything. Is
Okay.
that crazy?
Yeah, the ladybug kind of like slows it down for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, because you like that replenishes most of my life points actually. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna chill on nothing. Crazy
Okay,
enough.
buddy.
Oh man, I'm so
We
glad to
will.
see that that the Cloudians are making an appearance once again.
I let my guys down. There's nobody there. There's technically no guys there, but I let whoever plays Cloudian down. So bringing it back, running it back.
You know, you still have people that believe in you in the comment section of the videos, so you gotta do it for
I'm
them.
just gonna let you know you should stop doing that.
Oh man, come on. have some confidence.
Maybe if we're playing TCG, I would say yeah, you could put your faith in your boy, but no.
Okay, so both of us just chilling. Okay. You know, this time around I've learned from my mistakes. Golden Ladybug is not missing its activation. Okay.
Good job.
Hey, no, I try. Thank you. You know what? Well, let's do this. I'm gonna activate Heart of a Warrior, and we're gonna send Volcanic Shell to the graveyard.
This bullshit again. Oh my god, dude.
And we're gonna summon out Guilty of the Dragon Knight. We'll
And then he
activate
gets,
the Volcanic Shell.
and then the fucking Guilty gets a boner that turns into 5,000 attack or something. Like I don't know what the hell. Okay.
Okay, are you scarred from the last deck I rolled up with, the Sarcophagus deck?
That shit is like, I don't know. It's like a weird deck to prepare for.
Yeah.
I feel like.
All right, can we get that 1850 in?
Sure.
Okay. You know, that's not bad. You're taking my
I got my own
advice.
ladybugs,
Yeah.
bitch.
You are taking my advice, I see. Okay.
All right. Skadoosh.
Night Beam, okay.
If you control only one face of monster, try the monster to the turn against attack equal to the attack of the monster your opponent. Okay, so your little damage booster.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like is this skill like a, is it to like add more pressure pretty much? Like
yeah, every single
like
turn
Hyper Dragon?
I can just cheat out. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. All right. Because that is good pressure actually. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah. Which is funny because I'm
Okay.
pretty sure you didn't think this was that good of a skill, did you?
Well, no, it's not. I'm kidding.
This is one of the meta skills.
It's like a Cyber Dragon. I can see it. It's like similar vibes to that.
Yeah, like the thing is, I'm
less
playing a
recognition
very
of the goal.
nerfed version of this deck. The better version of it played cards like Carbon Edon, where you would discard it and then activate the effect of Carbon Edon from the graveyard to special summon something like a Red Ice Black Dragon from the deck. And then you had both like a Guiltia and a Red Ice Black Dragon on the field with one activation, which was pretty cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There it is, Sir Stratus. Yep. Goodbye, Guiltia.
Goodbye, my boy.
Okay, you got the Squall. Yeah, that's annoying. Okay.
We're in the lead.
Yes, you are.
Well, you have 4 cards in your hand, so.
All right, let's go.
And one of them is that little fucker. And
Mhm.
now you are back to where you once were.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and activate the shell from the graveyard just so we can make sure we don't draw into him. And
Sending it
let's go
out.
ahead and activate this. Gonna send that, and we're gonna bring out Flame Swordsman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
Big old 900.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. And we're chilling on that for now.
Okay, sick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can't believe you didn't play Squall last time, bro.
Really?
Yeah, Squall is so good in your deck.
It's pretty tight.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna see a world of difference. See, already paying off.
Yeah. On God, on God.
Okay, now you have back row removal.
On God, on God.
That's exactly.
Waking the dragon.
Nope.
Right.
It's another one. Okay.
Swear to God, if I see a fucking sphere Kariba.
Oh man, if only. If only.
That would cook this deck.
Oh
that
yeah,
would cook
it
this
would
deck.
easily. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
You remember. Good job.
Thank you. Yeah, that's difficult.
Of course.
Okay. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Not getting what I need, which is a little frustrating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Man, you know what? I'm thinking about this right now. There's another skill that I thought about putting in this deck. I even mentioned it in the deck profile that I am really regretting not doing, but it's okay.
Would it be good against this matchup?
Oh my god, you would be like kicking, like you'd be punching the air right now, bro. Like,
That's awesome.
So, okay. You're gonna go in for another 1400 at least.
Oh God.
Where the fuck is all my back removal?
I'm sure you have some on this side.
Yeah, I mean, I have stuff to deal with this deck. All right, we'll do this. We'll go ahead and send the last shell, and we're gonna bring out.
Okay, so I see you're using it for the discard.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's being used for.
Yeah, good deck building. Good job.
Thank you.
You get one kiss on the cheek.
Oh, I appreciate that. I need those. I need those right
Okay,
now.
maybe a second. You want a second? I'm thinking about a second. All right. I'll do a second.
Okay. No, we'll just do that actually.
The goat.
The goat himself. All right, let's go into battle. Yeah, let's try and get some damage in. Unless it's another drain shield. That's another drain shield. Okay. Man, why'd you take my advice?
I don't know, man. I just maybe you're just the better duelist.
You know, it's a curse.
It is.
Oh god. Okay.
Okay. So we will activate this. Pop that.
Yep.
All right. Let me do some math here.
You gotta do math. I feel like if you can summon a monster, you just summon it just to have access to those counters.
On God. Oh, I have the pen and paper right here. Let's do this shit.
Okay. Wait, do you have game?
Yeah.
Really? Game?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it one of your like fucking 10 card combos? Like
kinda. Don't you love that?
Oh my
you love
god.
10 card combos?
Okay, what gimmicky shit you got going on? Like, non-ironically, my biggest issue right now is the fact that I cannot deal with Squall. That is the thing fucking me up right now.
It's game, my goat.
It's okay. Ah, okay. Yep, that is game. All right, I'll give you the satisfaction. Go for it.
Respect the gores. Thank you, my goat.
You got it. Okay. You know, it was just a very unfortunate set of hands I got here. All right, let's do.
Yeah, I think I had a pretty good one.
Yeah. Okay, this time around I'm going second, so you can have fun going first.
Thank you, my goat. I appreciate that.
Okay.
All right. We will start it off with.
Yep.
Off to you.
Okay. All right then. Well, let's go ahead and begin with the activation of Rhoda.
Okay.
And with Rhoda, we're gonna go ahead and pick up a little card known as Gilfrey the Red Eyes Iron Knight. Yeah. And you know, one Rhoda was nice. Why not activate a second one?
Nice.
All right. And with that, we'll pick up the second.
My boy's looking to pop both these backies.
Yeah, that would be the plan. After that, we're gonna go ahead. I already know it's Drain Shield, which is really annoying. All right.
You can't pop it?
Not yet, but yeah, we'll do this.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get it out of you.
Yeah.
Yep, knew it. Okay. Your turn.
Thank you, my goat.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to normal summon Acid Cloud.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Response.
Nope, no response.
I'm gonna activate. We're gonna pop that.
Sounds good. We'll chain.
Okay.
Oh! Oh shit!
I
Oh,
got that
man,
ass.
you finally resolved that. Okay. Oh shit. Okay.
Let's see what we can get out here.
I finally bit me in the ass.
We're gonna bring about this guy.
Yeah, I'm surprised it took you that long to make that decision. I'm like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Oh. Let's go ahead and activate this.
Okay.
Let's go.
You bitch!
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
You know, if
No,
I
that's
must,
game.
I guess I'll take the Master of Oz if you insist.
That's so ass. I was trying to go for game.
Yeah, I know. You got
slow.
greedy.
Well, playing for game. I feel like that's the smart decision
Oh,
on the
man.
crackback, you know?
Oh, fuck.
That's so ass, bro.
I mean, you got no choice here, buddy.
I do.
Let's go.
No
Oh my
satisfaction
god.
for sure.
I mean, you already know, bro. I'm not trying to make this easy on you. Gotta make you earn that victory.
Yeah.
Okay. God, you keep making me go first. That's so annoying.
What the hell? What am I supposed to do?
I'm just saying.
All my cards are reactive.
Okay.
The gear freed guy.
Mhm.
You gonna smoke grenade me, you little bigot?
No, it's just crazy the fact that I haven't seen a certain card in this deck yet. It's not even a one-of, which is really annoying in these three hands. But, oh, okay, yeah, I see you. Mm-hmm.
I'll be a little bit more careful with my fucking creatures. Now.
Yeah,
That was a good hit. That
No,
was
that's
a
a
really
pretty-
good hit.
that's
I wanna
pretty
say about
decent.
that. Definitely gonna be like change to defense everything. And
no,
fuck your opponent in the butt.
we're actually gonna do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
As long as it's not permanent, I'm cool with it.
yeah. I mean, you're very fortunate that you're also playing Cloudians in this deck, so my gain isn't that big.
Yes, true.
What are we thinking here?
I'll hold off on attacking. I thought about it. I really did.
Okay. Oh my god, can I please get the card I need? This is getting ridiculous. My god, okay. I'll activate my skill. Battle City Siren. Did you know about this one?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny. That's
Yeah.
funny.
There was another skill that I had also, but yeah, this is a pretty decent one.
Okay, so like that.
Oh, you got the Michi, okay.
The Michi on deck.
Yeah, alright. Go for
Yeah,
it. Alright, let's see it.
you got it, my guy. You got it.
Oh man, you're playing 3 in this deck, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You know what's better than 1, Topsy?
Come on, man. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Hey, at least you
gosh.
could put it to defense.
I guess, yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna go ahead and go Geo free. Bro, I already know it's another Drain Shield, which is gonna piss me off. I know it's another Drain Shield.
Do you think it's worth the commit then? I think you have to anyway. There's no downside to this skill. Oh, it can be used twice per duel.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
twice per duel. That's it.
Okay.
Am I
You ready?
right?
You ready?
Yeah. Let's do it.
It's not.
Okay. Whew, all right. I'm chilling. I
You are
think.
chilling.
That's a pretty good one. Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Whatever. Okay, Rhoda.
That's 3,600.
Yep, it's damage. You know, it's that unbelievable. I'll tell you more about like the card that I want to see, but it sucks that I haven't been able to see it yet. Oh god. Do you have a playset of Sidrus? I forget how many you have in the collection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I had 2 from the first opening.
Okay. Wow. I mean, genuinely, I still don't feel comfortable right now because I know that you can still bring it back.
Yeah, I think you win this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say play it out, but
I can't really play it out because
Really?
my cards require. Yeah, they require me to like do stuff or like have stuff already.
damn.
It's a Cloudian Squall and then a creature swap.
Yeah, you don't have that's game then.
That is game, my god.
Oh my god. Okay, that was so much closer of a duel.
I said go ahead
Yeah.
and then I surrendered. But
Oh god. Okay. So I'm actually very curious to see what your build of Cloudian looks like this time around.
okay. At least I did it a little bit better than usual.
Okay, so let's see. You have the 2 Sarah Stratus, 2 Acid Cloud. Motherfucker, that's the only monster you have in the deck. Oh my god, I hate you. You saw those in the duels in... Okay, you know what? It's okay, it's okay. Creature Swap is pretty cool. The Salvage is interesting. Cosmic. Funny that you went ahead and added the... You love adding equip spells, bro. Oh my god, you love adding them.
It actually is not bad.
It's not,
it gives me like a little outlet. It does require me to see my monsters. If I
Yeah.
had searchers for these guys, I would play 3 of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would probably run one Acid Cloud, 2 of this guy.
Yeah,
I
the
probably
Sword
would do
Stratus.
that and then put 3 searchers.
Okay, yeah, so... Oh my god, you had 1 Squall? Dude, I'm gonna crash out on you!
So I was
Oh
like
my
debating the
God.
creature swap versus the squall. I was debating it. This is a continuous. If I draw another one, it does fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Or actually, does he stack? I don't think they do.
They do.
In my head,
yeah.
I didn't think they stacked.
Yeah, because
Well,
it's not a hard once per
well,
turn.
I would have probably put 2 of those then, and then replace creature swap maybe with another body, like it's just a
Yeah.
solid monster.
Yeah, another
Or
monster
like
would be
maybe
nice.
maybe like a Donzalug or a Kaiku.
This could have been
maybe.
nice, yeah. Hell, like
Especially
even
if I'm
cards
popping.
like Mother Grizzly work too, just so you can get them on field if you want
That
to see
is
them more
true.
easily.
I should have probably ran that. That is
Okay.
true. That could have been like a
Hold
searcher
on.
too. So okay, so
Oh, okay. I'm like, I was looking at the deck like, why is it only 20 cards? I just realized you took one of the creature
Yeah, I
swaps
just-
out. Yeah,
I took
okay.
yeah.
I looked away from the scheme
What
for
can
1
we
second.
do? We'll put in 2. I think
Yeah.
that's fine there.
I do think, yeah, you need more
Um,
bodies for the deck. You are very fortunate to have seen monsters. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Oh
No, I
man.
think
Okay.
that's still
But no,
the
I
best
do think this is
one.
a major upgrade compared to the other version of Cloudian. I think the other version of Cloudian was really fun and like very creative from your side, but no, this is a much better version of the deck. I would probably cut the Rainbow
Yeah.
Light from this one just because I don't think you have that many cards you want to discard.
Yeah. I put in 1 Warrior Elimination during the second duel, and I don't think it's worth it. I would
Okay.
rather just see the Zero Stratus.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, if you don't see the Sarah Stratus, you still Warrior Elimination is a scary card for me, just because most of my deck is Warrior. But okay, I mean, I
Yeah.
like it. It's Cloudian, so really cool to see. I'm really glad that it got to show itself again in a much more
Yeah.
like upgraded version of itself. But very cool deck. All right, bro. Let me go.
What's so
ahead
funny is I probably could have won that second duel if I didn't get greedy. Did you have
I-
to ask for it?
I do have outs for it, but I gotta get lucky and see them. That's a thing.
Yeah, I feel like I could have had that. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so let
I
me
don't
go
know.
ahead and show you then. Okay, so here's the deck.
Yeah.
Okay, so I ended up blending 2 different strategies together. So there's a deck, Field of Warriors. It's a really good strategy, and as I mentioned, it does play cards like Red Eyes Black Dragon within them. But I ended up taking my own creative route, which is a earlier reiteration of it, where I played Volcanic Shell as a discard fodder for the monsters in the deck. But I also ended up blending it in with the Battle City Siren strategy, which relied on cards like Gilfreeze to be able to pretty much out any monster you may have. The card that I wanted to see really badly during our duels was blast with chain. I ended up getting 2 of these bad boys. And the awesome thing about this is the fact that when I equip it to Gilfrey, this procs the ability for me to pop a monster and a back row you control, which is such incredible value, man. And none of the duels I saw this fucking card, and it's a 2-of in the deck, and it works with both Gilfreys. But yeah, that's the card that I wanted to see with this strategy. We have the Rhodas, yeah. But I mean, that's this is what I got going on. This would have gotten way harder in a different deck matchup, but with Cloudian, it's like it doesn't highlight as much.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, questions with the deck?
Fuck that fucking little fucking defense changing card, bro. Both of them.
Yeah, so the Siren and
That's
the
crazy.
Antiqua,
Yeah, 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, two little fucking.
Okay.
You had one that was hyper consistent in a skill, and then you had the other one that was like just happened to be there.
Yeah,
the one of happened to be there.
Yeah,
Love
it's
it.
a crazy one. But yeah, as for your answer for the Master of Oz, my outs for that card are like the Unbreakable Spirit, and the Blasphemous Chain. Those are my outs for that card. But yeah. In the side deck, I also did have the Kunai with Chain, which oddly enough also procs the effect of the Gilfreys, which is pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was a cool deck. I had fun playing this version. The better version of the deck that I thought I could build required cards like Red Eyes Baby Dragon, Black Metal Dragon, in order to have like consistency where I could always see Gilfrey, or I can always proc the effective Gilfrey by equipping it with Black Metal Dragon. And then you could do a lot of crazy shit with it, bring out Red Eyes Black Dragon. It's a really cool deck, but I just did not have the cards for it. And the other version that I mentioned to you with the Carbon Add-on, I could have built that, but I don't have Carbon Add-on like at all in my collection, so like it didn't happen. But I was happy with this version of the deck. It performed well, even though I didn't see my blast.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. So we are now at that point of the episode where let's discuss the state of the game. And do you have any thoughts as to cards that should get addressed in the current format we're in right now?
I don't know. I feel kind of happy, but it's up to you. What do you think?
I mean, I'm in the same boat as you right now. I'm for the most part happy with the format as it is. The one card that I would have considered requesting to remove off the ban list would have been the Antiqua, but after today's episode, I don't think you want to see that card off the list yet. So
yeah, it is pretty strong. I mean, it's very strong against Cloudian and everything, but I'm not gonna be like running this deck. I mean, I don't know, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's I definitely understand what you mean. Let's see, anything else I can see here? I mean, for the most part, yeah, like I'm looking at the ban list right now, and there's no card in particular that I want to particularly see off of it. I've considered removing like Heat Wave off the list. Warrior Elimination is another one I'm open to removing off the list as well. Hell, even Relinquished. I mean, sure, it's stronger now, but I wouldn't be opposed to it being removed off the list either.
You can remove all 3.
Okay, so those guys are free now. As for today's episode, I don't think there's anything particular that is crazy right now that we should get hit. I mean, at one point, Volcanic Shell did get hit to, I believe, 3 or 2. And it was because of this version of the deck. Keep in mind, mine is a weaker version of that strategy, but this is like the rough idea what the deck was doing. Did you want to do that? Because this is the second time I've brought Volcanic Shell, and you haven't been a big fan of it. The recursion it gives and consistency. We could put it at 3.
Yeah, sure. You can put it at 3. I mean, if you want to run it as like an engine, it's like still gives you that option. Yeah. Obviously, there's a lot of good cards at 3. But yeah, it kind of slightly hinders, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with these changes. Not really anything else I can think about, but yeah. Fairly light list today. So for the changes are going to be Relinquished, Heat Wave, and Warrior Elimination off the restriction, back to Unlimited. And the one changed onto the ban list is going to be the addition of Volcanic Shell to 3. I'm happy with those changes.
Yeah, same.
Hell yeah. All right, man. For the next episode, it's going to be an interesting one. And you know what? Because you are unfamiliar with SpeedDuel's history, I'm going to let you know that the most broken skill to be released in SpeedDuel's history gets released in the next episode. And that's going to be My Precious Queen. I'll let you figure that out on your own, but just know there's a reason that skill got banned from SpeedDuels.
Oh yeah.
So yep. So I'm expecting a very insect oriented episode tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, for the
I think I have a good
week,
insect pool.
Okay, you know what? We'll see. Insects are gonna become a lot more powerful for the coming episode. So I'm excited for that one.
Hell yeah.
Any message you want to send to any like fans and supporters of you right now, Bear? You came close.
I mean, what you guys
got close.
expect, bro?
I mean, the thing is, you got close to winning today. Like, genuinely, if you would have seen like something like the Sierra Stratus with like a Sidra, that would have done it, and that would have put me in a really bad situation that last duel. But I don't know, man. I think you're underplaying yourself. You are a good duelist, in my opinion. And we always have really close duels against each other. So, but I believe in you. I believe in you, buddy.
What I've learned today is to put maybe a little bit more monsters. It's not Sky Strikers. So.
Yeah, pretty much. You want to see a few more monsters in this stack. Oh yeah. Man. All right, guys. And with that, this concludes another episode of the SpeedDuel Progression Series. If you guys did end up enjoying today's video and would like to support the channel, then I would really appreciate if you could leave a like and subscribe. All right. With that being said, we'll catch you on the next episode. See you guys.
I'm gonna kiss you.